everybody, Happy New Year. We are back. It is 2019 and I legit cannot even believe it. Like, I keep writing, not that I've written that many times, it's only been a few days, but I keep writing 2018 on like checks and like random things and I'm like, no, rewrite, it's 19 now. Tell me I'm not the only one that this is happening to. But anyways, I am back with a brand new Teacher Tip Happy Hour for the new year. We are in the part of our lives of the year where we are all about setting goals. We are all about making resolutions. We are all about changing the way that we are doing things to just kind of like, live #your best life. And so today we're going to be talking about setting goals as a teacher. We have to set goals all the time, especially if you're a new teacher and you're being observed on the daily. You are always being asked to set goals for yourself and then measure how well you're attaining those goals. And it sounds like a lot of teachy jargon. And so I've broken down how to set goals as a teacher to what you truly want, not what you think your observer wants you to say or like whoever's evaluating you. I mean, that is its own little entity. But like if you really truly have goals for your own teaching practice, here's how to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do, articulate it, and then get yourself going so that you can become the teacher you have always wanted to be, So my first tip to setting a goal for yourself as a teacher is to figure out what that is. Do a brain dump. Just take a piece of paper, a little notebook like I have here, take a pen or a cute marker or something like that, and just dump all of the things that are in your head, whether it's what you're going to be making for dinner tonight or the shopping list that you have because you need to go and make some exchanges at the mall. Everything that you have, including the lessons that you want to teach, the lessons that you didn't think went very well and you want to change, the stuff that you have to grade, all of the things that are in your head, dump it onto a piece of paper. So step number one to setting your teaching goals is to get everything out of your head. The beauty of something like a brain dump is that while you're writing things that have nothing to do with teaching and nothing to do with school down on paper, it's clearing the space in your mind. I don't need to be holding this pen anymore, but you know what a pen looks like. It's clearing the space in your head so that you can really think about what it is you want to focus on. And it's getting all of that stuff out of the way and you're putting it down on paper, the stuff you're making for dinner, the shopping list that you have, whatever it is, those chores that you need to take care of, the phone calls that you need to return. Get it all down on paper so that then you don't have to think about it anymore. And then your brain can be used and your energy can be used for what you want to focus on in that moment, which is the actual teaching stuff. So then step number two is to take highlighter, maybe a couple different colors of pens or colored pencils or crayons if you're like me and that's what's normally on hand, because my two children seem to be able to stash crayons in the weirdest places around this house. So I always have like a random brown crayon. So I'm like, cool, I'll use this. And circle, highlight, underline, draw boxes or clouds around the things that have to do with your teaching and your practice and are things that you're like, yeah, that is something that I want to work on. So I will say sort and sift your way through that brain dump to actually start creating lists. Then, when you've sorted and sifted your way through, step number 3 to creating goals is to pull out, like I said, the stuff that has to do with your teaching, has to do with your practice, has to do with your classroom management, your planning, your grading, whatever it is that you have down on the paper in front of you. And don't start searching for other stuff. That stuff will come. If there's something that you missed in this brain dump, it will come. Start with what you have in front of you and prioritize. Say, okay, I wrote down, I'm gonna get quicker with grades so that I am doing grades twice a week instead of once every other week. Okay, maybe that's step number 1. I also see here that I want to organize my teacher desk area better and organize my desktop on my classroom computer. Cool. And I see, and this is just like random things. Maybe these are things that I put down in my own brain dump. Maybe that's what you're watching happen right now. Okay, grading efficiently, organizing space and digital space, and maybe a goal is you are sick of losing your voice by Thursday, so you want to work on some classroom management areas, seeing things that you can work on so that you're not spending all of your energy on classroom management and more of your energy can go towards actual instruction and interacting with your students. Cool. Pull all of the things like that and then like write them on a separate sheet of paper and write them all down. Maybe you're going to write them down in the order in which you want to focus on them. Maybe you're just going to write them all down and then start jotting down the notes on how you want to proceed with these sorts of things. But once you've dumped it all out, it's all out there, and then you've sifted through and found the like 3 or 4 things that you really are like going to focus on because they are actual attainable, achievable goals, then put them down in a separate place and prioritize and look at. Then, like, once you've prioritized, you can see where you can start implementing these things into your actual calendar. Like, I would actually take the time to calendar out, okay, this first 2 weeks of this semester or quarter or term or whatever it is, I am going to try different classroom management tricks and see what I can do to make myself less exhausted by the end of the week. Cool. Focus on one at a time. You don't have to do all of it all at the same time. It's just a good way to like then go about achieving those goals. Yeah, so there you have it. 3 steps to setting goals. Brain dump, get it all out on paper, sort and sift through everything, and then take the stuff that has to do with what you're actually thinking about, put it down on paper and prioritize. Start calendaring, start doing the research and finding out the ways that you want to achieve those goals. Thank you so much for tuning in this week to my Teacher Tip Happy Hour. I hope you are having a wonderful winter break. And if you are in the process of setting some teacher goals, will you share them in the comments down below? I love to see what other people are working on. I am always working personally on, my classroom management, just refining and always honing that in. But I always need to make sure that my grading, I feel like can always have a tighter turnaround. So I'm always working on grading efficiency, even though I have all the tips in the world for grading efficiency. Sometimes I just don't follow my own advice, you know? So, you guys have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the rest of your break, and I will see you next time. Bye!